Good day and thanks for joining us on the Midday News. I am Abimbola Adegboyega. The body of the late former President Muhammadu Buhari has arrived at his country home. President Tinubu had earlier commiserated with the immediate family members of the late former president, saying that the federal government will accord him a national honor. Earlier, the federal government dispatched a delegation led by the Vice President Kashim Shettima and Chief of Staff Femi Gbajabamila to London to bring his remains. In the meantime, political leaders and other Nigerians have been commenting on the transition of Buhari after 82 years. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo said that the late President Muhammadu Buhari was a patriot who tried his best to give the country the needed progress and development. Similarly, former President Goodluck Jonathan has mourned the death of his successor Muhammadu Buhari, describing it as a profound national loss. In a statement, Jonathan described the late president as a disciplined officer, selfless leader, and elder statesman who gave his best in service to Nigeria. Also, Governor Biodun Oyèbánjí has described the late head of state as a patriot and a man of integrity, while his Oyo State counterpart Seyi Makinde noted that Buhari served the nation to the best of his ability. The Nigerian Governors Forum has also mourned the death of former President Muhammadu Buhari. Also, the NGF, in a statement signed by its chairman Abdurrahman Abdurrazak, said that it received the news of the death from London Hospital with a profound sense of loss and sadness. In another development, the Katsina State government has declared today as a work-free day to honor the late former President Muhammadu Buhari, who died in London. The declaration was made in a statement issued by the Secretary to the state government, Abdullahi Garba Faskari. Faskari said the work-free day will enable workers and residents to mourn the passing of the former president who hailed from the state. And away from the stories on the demise of Buhari and back to Ekiti State, the State Teaching Service Commission (TESCOM) has announced that all shortlisted candidates for teaching and non-teaching positions will sit for the recruitment examinations slated for this week Saturday at the State University at Ekiti. The Permanent Secretary of the Commission, Mr. Michael Boluwade, in a statement made the declaration following speculation that non-teaching applicants have been accepted from the written examination. He emphasized that candidates from both cadres will be assessed to ensure they are capable of delivering efficiently in their respective roles. Mr. Boluwade, who advised candidates to come along with copies of their computer-based CBT result slip, also cautioned against bringing electronic devices or mobile phones to the venue. The State Customary Court of Appeal has upheld the exclusive authority of the Obalayi of Iroyin Ekiti, Oba Adekunle Adepoju, to appoint minor chiefs within his autonomous community. Justice Monisola Abodunde held that Iroyin Ekiti have been granted autonomy since 2012, has full control over its internal chieftaincy matters, free from interference by the Olupoti of Ipoti Ekiti, Oba Oladipupo Kolade, while the court ruled in favor of the Obalayi on key issues of autonomy and authority. It, however, declined to determine the validity of already conferred titles or grant injunction, citing jurisdictional limit due to pending boundary demarcation by the appropriate authorities. In another development, the Customary Court of Appeal has set aside the judgment of the Lasha Customary Court in a family land dispute involving the Adetumbi and Ajibola branches of the Osonyoro-Tupin family. Justice Olufolakemi Ogundele ruled that the trial court lacked jurisdiction to entertain the matter, ordering the trial before a new panel. The All Progressive Congress (APC) has emerged victorious in the July 12 local government election held across Lagos State, clinching all 57 chairmanship positions and 375 out of 376 councillorship seats. Announcing the result at a press briefing, the chairman of the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission (LASEC), retired Justice Mobolanle Okikiolu Igile, confirmed the party's dominant performance. And to foreign scene, Cameroon President Paul Biya, the world oldest head of state at 92, says he will seek re-election in October. Biya made the announcement in a post on X, indicating his intention to extend his 43-year grip on power. He added that his decision to go for an 8th term came after numerous and insistent calls by people from all regions in Cameroon and in the diaspora. Biya's administration has faced criticism over corruption, embezzlement, bad governance, and failure to tackle security challenges. There have also been concerns about his health and ability to govern. Biya has never lost an election since taking power in 1982, and if he wins another 7 years' term, he could be president until he is nearly 100. Still on foreign news, U.S. President Donald Trump says Washington will send advanced military equipment to Ukraine, including Patriot missile defense system. While Ukrainians have welcomed the move, there is concern as reports suggest offensive weapons may also be included. Trump again criticized Russian President Vladimir Putin, saying he talks nice and then he bombs everybody in the evening. Meanwhile, U.S. envoy to Ukraine, Kurt Kellogg, has arrived in Kyiv for high-level talks. And finally, on the foreign scene, at least 30 people have been killed in fresh clashes in southern Syria as security forces move in to restore order. Violence broke out in the city of Sueda between Bedouin Sunni tribes and fighters from the Druze minority, leaving dozens more injured. While Syrian Interior Ministry confirmed 30 deaths, a war monitor, the Syria Observatory for Human Rights, put the toll at 37. The fighting follows the fall of Assad regime in December as the country's new Islamic-led government struggled to assert control amid rising tension. In Israel, two former Israeli Prime Minister Yair Lapid and Ehud Olmert have condemned the government plan to establish a humanitarian city in southern Gaza. They say the proposal by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government risks turning the area into what they describe as a concentration camp for Palestinians. The criticism comes as Israeli airstrikes continue in Gaza, with at least 95 Palestinians killed in a single day. Lapid, the leader of Israel's biggest opposition party, told Israeli Army Radio that nothing good will come out of the plans to establish a humanitarian city on the ruins of the city of Rafah. The Israeli government says the facility will initially shelter 600,000 displaced people now living in overcrowded tents in Al-Mawasi. And that's it on the midday news. Thanks for watching.
Ẹ̀kásán ẹ́sìkábọ̀ sórí ìròyìn Ojokanri Ìyábọ̀ Ọlájídé nínú ìyìn ara olóògbé ààrẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ Muhammadu Buhari ni ó ti gún wá sí Daura ìlú abínibí rẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Katsina. Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu ni ó ti kéde pẹ̀lú mọ̀lẹ́bí olóògbé náà. Ààrẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ ní bí ó ti sọ wípé ìjọba àpapọ̀ yóò ṣe àpọ́nlé fún ti ilẹ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ṣe ṣáájú ní ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti fi ikọ̀ aṣojú rẹ̀ èyí tí igbákejì ààrẹ Kashim Shettima àti olórí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ fún ààrẹ Fẹ́mi Gbàjàbíàmílà ṣọwọ́ sí ìlú London láti gbé òkú rẹ̀ wálé. Wàyí o, àwọn adarí olóṣèlú àtàwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà ni ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ sí ìpapòdà ààrẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ Buhari ẹni tó jáde láyé ní ẹni ọdún 82. Ààrẹ nígbà kan Olúṣẹ́gun Ọbásanjọ́ sọ wípé olóògbé ààrẹ Muhammadu Buhari ni ó jẹ́ akíkanjú orílẹ̀-èdè yìí tó sì gbìyànjú fitafita fún ìlọsíwájú àdàgbàsókè orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Bákan náà ni ààrẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ rí Goodluck Jonathan náà kẹ́dùn ikú aṣáájú rẹ̀ Muhammadu Buhari ní bó ti júwe rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àdánù ńlá fún orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan, Jonathan júwe olóògbé Buhari gẹ́gẹ́ bí òṣìṣẹ́ tó níkùra ẹni níjàánu, ẹni tí ó fọkàn sí tí ó sì jẹ́ aṣáájú tí kò mọ̀ta rẹ̀ nìkan àti àgbà ìlú ẹni tí ó sa ipá rẹ̀ fún orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ẹ̀wẹ̀, gómìnà Bíọ́dún Oyèbánjí ti júwe olórí orílẹ̀-èdè yìí tó dolóògbé gẹ́gẹ́ bí akíkanjú ọmọ ilẹ̀ yìí ẹni tí ó ní kún fún ìwà òótọ́. Bákan náà ni akẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ ti ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ Ṣèyí Mákindé náà ṣàlàyé pé Buhari ni ó sin orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú agbára àti ipá rẹ̀. Ní báyìí náà, ìgbìmọ̀ àwọn gómìnà lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ti kẹ́dùn ikú ààrẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ Muhammadu Buhari. Bákan náà ni nínú àjáde kan èyí tí alága ìgbìmọ̀ àwọn gómìnà lórílẹ̀-èdè yìí Abdulrahman Abdulrasaq sọ wípé wọ́n gba ìròyìn nípa ikú ààrẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ọ̀hún ẹni tó jáde láyé ní London pẹ̀lú ìyàlẹ́nu tó sì sọ wípé ó jẹ́ àdánù ńlá fún orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Katsina ti kéde òní gẹ́gẹ́ bí ààyè ìsinmi lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ láti fi ṣọ̀fọ̀ ààrẹ tó di olóògbé Muhammadu Buhari ẹni tó jáde láyé lánàá nílùú London. Nígbà tí ó sọ̀rọ̀ náà nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan, akọ̀wé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Katsina Abdullahi Garba Fasaki ló sọ̀rọ̀ náà ní ìrọ̀lẹ́ àná ọjọ́ Àìkú. Fasaki sọ wípé ààyè ìsinmi ọ̀hún ni yóò jẹ́ kí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba àti àwọn olùgbé ó ṣe ìdárò ẹni ọ̀wọ́n ààrẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ náà ẹni tó jáde láyé lánàá tó sì jẹ́ olúbi ìpínlẹ̀ Katsina. Wàyí o, kúrò ní ọ̀rọ̀ ìdágbére ààrẹ Buhari wá sí ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì. Àjọ tó ń rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ ètò olùkọ́ TESCOM ti kéde wípé wo àwọn tí orúkọ wọn jáde tí ó fẹ́ gba iṣẹ́ olùkọ́ àti ipò tí kì í ṣe olùkọ́ ni yóò jókòó fún ètò ìdánwò náà ní ọjọ́ Sátidé ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí ní fásitì ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì. Akọ̀wé àgbà ní àjọ náà ọ̀gbẹ́ni Michael Bolúwadé ní àtẹ̀jáde kan sọ wípé ló sọ àsúnyàn ọ̀rọ̀ náà lẹ́yìn àhesọ kan tí wọ́n sọ wípé àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ gba iṣẹ́ tí kì í ṣe olùkọ́ ni wọn kò ní ṣe ìdánwò náà. Ó ṣàtẹnumọ́ rẹ̀ pé gbogbo àwọn olùkọ́ àti gbogbo àwọn olùdíje tó yóò fẹ́ gba iṣẹ́ olùkọ́ àti èyí tí kì í ṣe iṣẹ́ olùkọ́ ni yóò jókòó ṣe ètò ìdánwò náà láti ṣe àyẹ̀wò fún wọn láti lè mọ̀ dájú pé bóyá wọ́n ní agbára láti kún ojú wọn ipò tí wọ́n fẹ́ gbà náà. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Bolúwadé wá gba àwọn tó fẹ́ ṣe ìjókòó ìdánwò ọ̀hún nímọ̀ràn láti wá sí oríkò ẹ̀rọ ṣe àyẹ̀wò ìdánwò èyí CBT pẹ̀lú ẹ̀dà èsì ìdánwò ìṣáájú tó ṣe kìlọ̀ wípé wọn kò gbọ́dọ̀ mú okun ní wá sí ibi oríkò ìdánwò náà tó fi mọ́ ẹ̀rọ ìléwọ́. Ilé-ẹjọ́ kòtẹ́milọ́rùn customary court tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ti sọ wípé ọba aláàyè ti Ẹ̀jìyìn Èkìtì ọba Adékúnlé Adépọ̀jù ni ó ti fi ìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí orí adé ìlú ọ̀hún gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn olóyè tó wà nílùú ọ̀hún tí wọ́n gba òmìnira ti yàn án sí ipò. Onídàájọ́ Monísọ́lá Bọ́dúndé sọ wípé ìlú Ẹ̀rìnjiyàn lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí wọ́n ti gba òmìnira ìdádúró ara wọn láti ọdún 2012 ni ó ti ní agbára àti àṣẹ láti mọ darí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú oyè rẹ̀ tí láì ní pé Olúpòtì ti Ìpòtì Èkìtì ọba Ọládípọ̀ Kọ́ládé ó dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ náà nígbà tó ń gbé ìdájọ́ náà kalẹ̀ fún ní èyí tí ó gbé sẹ́yìn ọba àlàyé. Ó ní ọmọ ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú àṣẹ ìdádúró ni ló ti fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ wípé àwọn olóyè ìlú ọ̀hún ni ó lágbára láti yan ọba wọn. ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú All Progressives Congress APC ni ó ti jáwé olúborí inú ètò ìdìbò ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ọjọ́ 12 oṣù yìí káàkiri ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó tí ó sì jáwé gbogbo ipò ìbò alága ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ 17 àti 375 ipò kánsílọ̀ nípínlẹ̀ náà nígbà tí ó ń kéde èsì ìdìbò àwọn alága àjọ elétò ìdìbò ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó LASEC adájọ́fẹ̀yìntì Mobọ́láńlé Òkìkíolú Ìgẹ̀lẹ̀ ló fìdí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà múlẹ̀. Ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Cameroon Paul Biya tí ó jẹ́ pé ó ní olórí orílẹ̀-èdè tí ó dàgbà jù lágbàáyé ẹni tó jẹ́ ọmọ ọdún 92 sọ wípé òun yóò tún padà díje fún ipò ìdìbò ààrẹ ní oṣù kẹwàá ọdún yìí. Biya ló sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí di mímọ̀ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ kan tó fi léde nínú ojú òpó ayélujára X rẹ̀ níbi tí ó ti sọ wípé òun yóò wà ní ipò náà fún ọdún 43. Ó fi kún pé ìpinnu òun náà ni ó dá lórí pé òun yóò lo sáà 8 gbáko láìsí níbi àwọn èèyàn ti ṣe ń pe òun káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè náà àti káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè àgbáyé láti tún padà díje fún ipò ọ̀hún. Ìṣèjọba Biya ni ó sì ń kojú àríwísí nípa jẹgúdújẹrá, kíkówójẹ àti ìjọba tí kò dára tó àti àìlè kojú àwọn ètò ààbò ní orílẹ̀-èdè ọ̀hún. Ìròyìn wa fún ti ọ̀sán yìí kò ní ju báyìí lọ. Láṣẹ lẹ́nu kẹ́ darapọ̀ wọ́n gbà sí àmú ìròyìn náà wá fún yín. Ẹ káàsán.